Oh yeah, you got a hell of a tarp job on there.
Yeah, it's three big tarps. They're 24 by 27, bro.
Oof. You know, I want to say the last time I was in Kobe there, I had to help a guy get tarps on, and they didn't have a jitney out there for him or nothing, dude. We did it all with like short ladders, and it was terrible, man.
Yeah, yeah. Towards the end there, you just, I don't know if you was covering your mic, but it just went low, like I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, it gets funky every once in a while.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it comes and goes. Like it's a high volume, and then it goes into like a really low volume.
Yeah, I could have a little bit of water underneath the mic or under the antenna there.
Copy that. You were saying about a tarp job?
Oh yeah, the last guy I pulled out of there had to tarp his load to pull out. It was a big wooden crate or whatever, but we didn't have ladders, and they didn't have a jitney with the cage on it, so it was like doing it from half the ladder and dragging it over. And holy crap, those tarps are heavy.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, that's our problem too, man. Like our tarps, like almost every single one of them are fucking heavy as shit, bro.
Oh yeah, I mean the ones we were carrying up, they were massive. There, they had to have been 100 and at least 130, 140, if not more. And you got to carry them up on your shoulders, you know.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of the times I try not to do that. I've gotten stuff that I had to. I had no choice but to do it. But I usually try to tell them, hey man, just throw the tarps up there and I'll be fine, bro. I'll take care of it after that.
Right, right. You're looking plenty good on the right there.
Okay.
Good morning, good morning. Thank you, Terminator. Hopefully it is safe this morning. It's been raining pretty good here. This is we call this a gravy run. We're just running up the Buffalo here across the interstate. So it's been like a week and a half, I think, since I did a live. So I figured I'd throw one up here. This is a baby load here. He's only like a little over 12-foot wide here, but New York State. It's kind of wonderful there. Anything over 12 foot for us, anyways, they need a pilot car. So these are easy little vacation runs, I call them. Hopefully it doesn't rain too hard. It has been pouring since yesterday morning. I said before when I was doing these lives before, I'd rather deal with snow than I would with the rain. Yeah, you got it, bud. All clear. We got our first troll there. Ram into the truck. I don't think I'll get paid then. How long's this run? This one's just going to Buffalo here. It's I want to say it's about 75, 80 miles, I think, here. It's right up almost in downtown Buffalo, and then it's going right by the port of Buffalo. So it's pretty easy. Not a whole lot going into it. We're headed to Buffalo there. I think, does that say Ghost or? That's an interesting username. Yeah, we're headed up to Buffalo, New York, out of Erie, Pennsylvania with this. Pretty easy load, just a little wide. been off. Let's say I took most of the last week off there, so been getting stuff done around the house because winter time's coming, and then I'm just working a couple of jobs this week here because I got to be home for this coming weekend. So it's gonna be a slow week, but this afternoon, see, I'm doing this run and then headed back home and getting myself picked up, and then I'll be headed out to Schenectady, New York later this afternoon, and we're gonna pick up well, they've already picked it up, but we'll be moving a old C-130 military plane out of a museum in Schenectady, an aviation museum, and I'll be running them down towards like Virginia, West Virginia, maybe Hagerstown area, and they'll be picking up other escorts to take them the rest of the way out to California. So I'm just going to get them as far as they can out of there tomorrow, down to, like I said, down into the Virginias or whatnot, and that'll be all I do with that run. Not the time of year for me to go to California, unfortunately. If you check out the channel there, I'm pretty sure, I haven't seen a photo of it, but I have a video back around December there, maybe right around before Christmas, I think, of the last time we moved one of those C-130s, and the thing is really massive. It's pretty cool. It's definitely a head turner when you're driving down the highway. I got about 40 or so people on here. Where's everybody watching from? That's probably my favorite thing about these lives here, is see where people come in from. Good morning. Thank you for the thumbs up for the few that have there. I was doing really good with these lives on the windmill blades, and then like I said, I've ran a couple of loads over the last couple weeks here, but nothing exciting enough to, well, depends how you look at it. I had a pretty exciting one last week, but it wasn't the kind of video that I wanted to put on the internet. I don't know, for professional reasons and liability reasons, I suppose there, but it was a tough run to get done there, so probably wouldn't have been best to have it on a live or anything else like that. But yeah, it's been pretty quiet up here in New York the last week or so, and I've been kind of avoiding headed across the country on any other loads. So, but I was doing the lives, and they were working out really well. I got monetized there a few weeks ago, to the halfway point anyways, and I'm right around the time where my videos are dropping off from a year ago, though. So if I don't put up new videos and keep doing lives, I start to lose everything I started doing with YouTube a year ago. So figure why not get on here, see where people are from, where they're watching, grab some new subscribers. I got about 400 new ones there the other week off of some of the lives did, so that was pretty cool. And I did make that video about being a pilot car and my experience with getting into it and the costs, because I've gotten a lot of messages on Facebook, I guess, about how do you get into it and kind of what's the deal with it. And I kind of broke it down. Now that I look back at the video, I made it sound pretty terrible. It's not terrible. It's just not. It's not what people think it is. It's not like just jump in, go, and make money. There's a lot more that goes into it, and I kind of enjoy doing it. I don't want to say I make more money than I could working somewhere else, and being home every day, because at this point by now it's hard to say that I really do, but I enjoy the job and I enjoy being able to travel, so and see things that I wouldn't normally see. So that's really, I enjoy it, and that's why I keep doing it. Appreciate the thumbs up there, guys. That pushes my video out to other feeds there, so makes it show up in people's shows up in people's For You, so that's awesome. This is vacation mode right here. Just a little baby load, little wide. Just barely past the point where he needs an escort, but fortunately for me, New York's got pretty strict requirements for pilot cars. So there's a phrase, they call it gravy freight right here. That's what this one is. Driver's really cool too, so I like meeting new guys. He's out of Texas. But he said originally he's from like the Philly, New Jersey area, so he's used to living up here. He's used to this weather. He said it gets too hot. He said it gets real hot in Texas and down by Laredo and stuff, and I'll still take that heat over this weather. This is I can't stand the cold and rain. It's about 45 out right now, plus windy and wet, which makes it feel even colder. I'm just not, I don't think I've ever been cut out for this cold weather, but unfortunately I'm not moving, so you just kind of got to deal with it. I still got about 3-4 dozen people on the live here. The thumbs up help, and where is everybody watching from? If you type in the comments there where you guys are at. I like to see where YouTube is showing my videos at. I had last week, I had people in the UK and Japan and South America were all on the lives I was doing there, so I thought that was pretty neat.
Welcome to New York.
Welcome to New York. It's windy out. Blowing me all around. There we got the old state line loves there in Ripley. It's kind of nice that they put that in there finally. We had a long time there was no truck stop here at the line. I don't know if any oversized guys are subbed to the channel or get these lives here, but when you talk about when you're meeting up with an escort here, this spot right past the ramp here is, we have a tandem lot just past the Shortman Road exit here that's really big and it's usually empty, so a lot of times we'll just meet guys right here on this ramp on the right and you can pull right out. We've had some pretty big loads in there. Up to 10 likes on the live there. Appreciate it, guys. Those I think those help me more than anything, pushing my channel out into people's feeds. So thank you, thank you. That big truck there.
Copy that.
Curious, that guy that just went by there, he looks a little long. Sometimes these guys just truck it across here. They don't pay attention to escorts or nothing like that. I guess save a buck, but in New York State, anything over 80 foot, you still have to have a pilot car with you. But a lot of times these guys on the interstate here, if they're just across, they'll just bootleg it, which, you know, it does save them money in the end, so I kind of get it. You should follow the law, but at the same time, you know, sometimes you just do what you do. Can't tell. I don't think I have the chat turned off here. If you've jumped on the live there, chime in the comments where you're watching from. This is one of those runs. I don't really have to tell him a whole lot here on the interstate. He's got once he's got headlights there on his backside, he can usually see it, pretty much everything. Plus, he brought this out of Texas all the way to New York without a pilot car. So sometimes it's hard to remember that they've trucked across the whole country without having a pilot car, and then you come in and feel a little, you know, silly calling stuff out like this. Yeah, another big truck.
Copy that.
Some guys play along, other guys go, you know, I can see everything, right? Yeah, I know. But if you do sit back here and do nothing, sometimes you feel like you're robbing them or something. Gotta at least do something to earn your money, right? Yeah, up to almost 15 likes there on the live. Appreciate it, guys. And if this showed up in your feed because you watch trucking videos or transportation videos, check out my channel and check out my vlogs that I've done with a bunch of the oversized loads. I haven't put one up. I haven't put really a long form video up other than the one about being a pilot car in maybe close to 6 months here, but I'll be working on them again here over the next few months and get more videos up on the channel. So check it out if you like what you see there. The sub button helps me out, and hopefully it's somewhat entertaining there. I'm not a professional YouTuber by any means, but I got a camera, so that's half the battle, right? Knows weather. Sea lights up there. I can't tell what they're doing yet.
Oh, you saw that, huh?
Yeah, I seen flashing lights. Wasn't sure where they were at though.
Yeah, copy.
There they are. It's like a rolling lane closure here. And sometimes when you're doing this, you got your eyes far enough ahead here, you can take lanes or move over and get them a lane here before you ever get to it there. Save you a whole lot of hassle anyways. Get traffic too locked up in the other lane, it makes it hard to get around things like this. Looks like these guys are just practicing, I suppose. Hey, you're all clear.
Copy.
Got the old plow on and the salt shaker there, and getting ready for Buffalo winter, I suppose. I think we still got a while till we get any snow, but a lot of time these guys get hired every year, and they hire new people, so they kind of just get them out here and just run down the highway and practice and kind of teach them the deal, because if you know Western New York at all, it gets pretty nasty up here with the lake effect snow and in the snow belt and all that. So they really do a bang up job here the best they can, and we're used to it. I've been down south, and I've had family live down south where it's like you get a little bit of a little bit of snow, a dusting or a light freeze. Not a big one, bud.
Copy.
And they'll shut the whole town down because they're just not prepared for snow. They don't have the equipment. They don't have any way to take care of it, really. And it doesn't make sense budget-wise for them to plan for snow when they rarely get it. So with these guys up here, in my experience, I live in PA. I think it's like it's a little under 50 miles across our stretch of 90 in Pennsylvania. And then you have, the New York side of 90 all the way up to Buffalo and Rochester. And New York just does a way better job of plowing and salting the roads than Pennsylvania does. It's no competition. New York wins. I've had snowstorms I used to plow and for a lot of years, and it would be like when you would cross out of Pennsylvania into New York would have bare pavement and looked like it had just rained, and the Pennsylvania side would have 3 inches of hard pack on the roads there because they just couldn't scrape it down or couldn't salt it. Yeah, so New York is it's got it figured out when it comes to snow removal and ice removal and all that stuff. So, but where's everybody on from here? Everybody's thumbs broke this morning. Usually people are chiming in and talking where they're from and being a little more interactive here. Everybody's just kind of hanging out today, right? Is it raining and cold where you're at? That's the question. This driver here said it was still hot in Texas when he came out. I kind of want to take a load to Texas now. Up to 16 thumbs up. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. That helps push me into other people's feeds there. I'm trying to grow the channel out a little bit not really for these lives, but for the vlogs that I make there with the oversized trucking. I don't have a whole lot to do when I'm away from home and out on these loads and traveling the country and stuff. And I met a couple of YouTubers that are truck drivers, that make vlogs of their loads and traveling the country in the U.S. and Canada and all that. And I was just kind of doing little videos for the fun of it and stuff, and they kind of pushed me really to pursue it anyways. And I never thought it would turn into anything up until the last few months here, and seeing the channel grow and the hours grow, and my other social media there, Facebook, that took off really big. For somebody who has nobody, it took off really big, and I went to over 11,000 followers on Facebook there, pretty much. I'm not going to say overnight, but it felt like overnight. And it's all growing, but YouTube takes a lot of effort to do the big videos and put them all together and all that stuff. So it gets hard to find the time to do it and everything. But I'm gonna keep working on it. I actually have a camera that I cannot find for the life of me. Misplaced it or stuck it somewhere somewhere back in my car and it fell in a crack, or I don't know. I gotta tear it apart. It's a pretty expensive little GoPro there that has all my footage on it, and I haven't been able to find it for the last couple of weeks. So I either gotta find that to get a video made up of that last super load I did down to Florida, or I'm gonna have to replace my camera, and I'm not looking forward to doing that because they're not a cheap date, but it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. You can make the vlogs with your phone if you really want to. Anybody who's got a camera on their phone can make a YouTube video, but it's just not as good, and the quality's not as good, and the frame rate's not as good, and it just looks kind of crappy when you upload it. So with trucking and all the driving and the fast, going 60, 70 miles an hour there, the frame rate can't keep up with that stuff. So got to get a camera again, or I got to find the one that is misplaced right now, and it's honestly probably right under my nose. That's where something's always at, right? But thank you all for the thumbs up there. Up to over a dozen now, pushing towards 20. That pushes the channel out and gets it to other people's feeds there. And over the last couple of weeks, I was pushed out kind of all around the world. I had the UK and Japan and Canada and South America. I had people watching from all over, and that's really the coolest part about doing these lives is seeing where YouTube kind of puts your videos. I plan on doing some traveling over the next few years outside of the U.S. just to say I did it before it's too late, because the longer you wait, it might never come. So it's kind of my goal over the next year or two is to take care of the passport stuff and go check out something. I've been pretty much to the whole U.S. I'm only missing 2 states in the continental U.S. So that's pretty much the whole country. So now I want to see outside of the country, and it's expensive to travel, but how expensive really is it? You got airfare and food, and I think depending on where you go, it's actually relatively cheap to stay at places outside of the U.S. anyways. So I'm gonna do it. That's my goal here, is maybe by this time next year to have at least knocked something off the bucket list. So where that is, I don't know, but I know I know the Philippines is one place that I really want to go. I have some friends now, I would say, that live in the Philippines or hail from the Philippines, and I've seen videos from over there and kind of how it's tropical but still has mountains, and I don't know if I'd consider it a vacation spot, but I watch some YouTubers that go hiking over there and go through the villages and everything else, and it I don't know, it looks awesome, and I want to check it out before my legs don't work anymore. I know I still have a long time till that, but you're only getting older, so. I got a couple hundred people on the live here, but I haven't seen any new comments on there. Are you still able to comment in the bottom section? I'm still learning how these lives work here. I think usually I have a response bar in the bottom, but I don't see it, so. I actually feel bad for this guy here. It's not a downpour, but it's raining pretty well here, and he's got some massive tarps on that truck. He's got to get undone. I think 3 of them there, and they're not white. I guess it's easier to take them off than it is to put them on, but nobody likes standing out in the pouring rain doing this. So hopefully the rain lightens up for him a little bit. Oh man, I don't know. I'm not sure. I feel like I had a couple hundred people on here at one point here, and I don't see any comments in the bottom there, so I'm not sure if somehow I have the chat turned off or... I think I might have bumped something here to where usually I get a lot more comments on these. Up to almost 25 thumbs up on the videos there, guys. I appreciate it. I think I messed something up on this live. I'm not seeing any comments in the bottom other than the first 3 or 4 there. So if I did mess it up, I apologize. I might restart the live here in a minute if I don't see any comments in the bottom, because usually people are chiming in when I ask questions and all that. So I'm not sure what happened or if it messed up when I lost service a little bit there. But I'm up to 23 likes on it, so I appreciate that. I'm trying to push the channel out, more so for the vlogs that I've made and to get more subs going over and checking it out. So for those that have hit the thumbs up, I appreciate it. I'm going to restart this live here and finish this one up just in case something messed up there, because usually people are a little more chatty with where they're at, where they're watching from, but I'm sure I bumped something accidentally or turned off commenting. I don't know how it is. So if you are here and hanging out, I'll have another live here restarted in the next few minutes. So we'll see you there.